Hello, good evening everyone. Tonight I'm going to take you in a journey through my academia, how my academic years at Sharjah American International School helped shape me as a college student. Okay, I'm going to give you small facts about myself. I graduated from Sharjah American International School back in 2015. I'm currently a mechanical engineering student at the University of Sharjah, third year standing. And I own 3 positions at the University of Sharjah. One being a student, being a research assistant for robotics. The second one being a researcher at the CubeSat laboratory. Now where all my passion began. All my passions and dreams came from this school, Sharjah American International School, where we started our own robotics group, which was helped by Professor Shad right here. We started small. Many of those people in this room didn't end up with us. It was only this slide, I think, which shaped the entire team. So, okay, we started simple. We started from simple electronics, from a blinking LED to a bright LCD. We went loud and aimed high. We participated in national and international competitions. We won both of them, but this is us in the World Robotics Olympiad. It was our first year in the robotics club, and we already made it to the World Robotics Olympiad. We were the semi-finalists, but that was still good. We were happy about it. We were supported from the school. This is our principal. I'm happy because he supported me, but I'm happier here because I photobombed their annual picture. I'm sorry. I have to do it. So yeah, they only gave us a cake. I don't even know, I think Miss Asma paid for the cake, but still, I loved it. It was vanilla cake. Loved it. Okay. So, I graduated Sharjah American International School and I moved into college, carrying with me all the knowledge and information that I have from robotics to coding, all the skills that I learned. I had the chance to interpolate my skills, the skills that I learned at school and college. Being a research assistant in the robotics lab, that's how circuits look like. From my education in basic robotics, I simplified the circuit for the professor and made it look like this. They did not accept the joke. They wanted something more engineering, you know? So I resimplified the circuit. Again, put it in a language that they understand. That's called the PID controlling system, which is simply a line following robot. Okay, they told us, great, you've sorted the code out, you've done your work. Now how do we implement it? Well, I already have a robot at home, which I used from my high school education. And we used that as the controller. Okay, we used that as the controlling system to run our code, which was here, and we got successful results, and the research is published already. Okay, me being the ambitious type, I wanted to start a CubeSat program. For you that don't know what's a CubeSat is basically a satellite which is 10 by 10 by 10 in dimensions. Of course, I had to, when you start a satellite program, you need funding and you need to talk to professors. You would not be amazed that some professors did not know what the CubeSat is. So I sent them an email. Okay, further to our conversation today, please find attached image of a CubeSat. I sent them a children assembling a CubeSat. Adding insult to injury, some of them liked it, some of them did not like it. But they got the message. Oh, by the way, yeah, don't tell the professors, please. Please. No, definitely. I don't want to fail. I'm already failing some of the The key benefits of owning a CubeSat program. The experimental, which is you're sending a low-cost satellite, which is 100,000 dirhams per unit, which is compared to other big geostationary satellites. That's a really small budget for a satellite. Easily deployable. You can deploy it through the International Space Station, through the Russian Soyuz, through JAXA. It's also small in size, volume, and mass, 10 by 10 by 10, 0.001 meter cubed, and 1.33 kilograms, which is a very small payload to do a really big experiments in space. And going to the educational benefits of having a space program, It increases the awareness of, it increases the students' awareness of space sciences, because in this region we lack information about space sciences, and we already know that UAE is heading towards a Mars mission. We have zero information about running a space mission, so this is one of a type. The second thing is that there's going to be a complete collaboration between all engineering departments, like civil and mechanical. They're going to be concentrating on the structures of the satellite. Computer and electrical are going to do the motherboards and circuits. We're not going to buy off-the-shelf things, stick it all together and send it into space. We're going to build everything from scratch. And that's where education happens. If you go to a shop and just buy everything and stick it all together, what's the use? You're not going to learn anything. So we decided to go from scratch. Second, which is, I consider this the most important reason, is that you get to learn about engineering software. Those softwares that you're going to need in your field, in your job, but they don't teach you those softwares in college, like Simulink, MATLAB. Many of the engineers here will agree that those skills are highly in demand, but universities don't have time to teach them. Social, it improves teamwork and communication. I think this is the main issue with the region, communication. So yeah, it improves teamwork and communication, leadership and decision-making skill. When you're faced with a decision, should I choose aluminum or should I choose steel, and you're a team leader for a satellite program that costs 100,000 dirhams, you're going to have to make a really good decision, or you jeopardize the entire mission. And the overall experience of getting something into space, like how often do you get something into space? None. So yeah, you get something into space. We're going to just write our initials. So yeah, it's only 10 by 10 by 10. You can't write your full name. Our names are long, so we're just going to write initials. Okay. The mission statement of our program is going to be, we're going to launch it at the spring of 2019. Not because we're lazy and we don't have time. It's because what happens in satellites is that you hitchhike a ride. You hitchhike a ride with other people's rockets. So you have to go and ask everyone, hey, can I take a ride in your rocket so that we can go to the International Space Station? So this is what they planned out for us. First of all, our CubeSat is going to go into low Earth orbit as a secondary payload on the Russian Soyuz rocket. From the rocket, it's going to go to the International Space Station, where it will be deployed by the Japanese Kibo module. Okay, that's a really long amount of paperwork. It took us like 6 months to get the paperwork figured out. You need a passport for a CubeSat, by the way. Yes, you do. And you have to write specifications, etc. Okay. So, our objective of sending the satellite is three objectives. Earth imagery, which we're going to take photos or videos of UAE. Around 21, the satellite has 21 passes over UAE in a day. Other than Earth imagery, we're going to have the study of Earth ionosphere, which is the ionization of the sphere, which gets disturbed by solar flares or solar wind, which causes community buildings, etc. Imagine what you can do with a CubeSat that passes over UAE 21 times in a day, which is approximately 1 time every hour. So if there was a car that you're tracking down, it was used for surveillance. Okay. if there's a car that you want to know the location of, you can track it using a CubeSat. That's fine, but you need a permission. Okay. So of course, to convince the department, I had to get something called a demosat. A demosat is just basically a CubeSat. It has all the types of sensors, all the functionalities, but you can't send it to space. It's plastic. You know, it's not going to survive space weather. It's not designed to survive space weather. It's just there to it's a demo, like the word says. It's a demosat. Okay, now, while assembling the demosat, I ordered the demosat from my college. While assembling the demosat, I noticed something interesting. Do you remember this board? This circuit board, this processor that we used to work with in school? It's the same processor that I worked with 3 years ago. So I had all the experience needed. None of the engineering department, they don't teach you how to code. They just give you one lecture about coding and that's it. None of them. They had no idea how to run it. They had no idea how to run a demosat. Everyone was standing out there looking at it like, okay, it's a technology. How do we operate it? How do we get data from it? But me, using my experiences that I've learned, we've got That's the results. We got the graphs from the results. But there is always a but. In the engineering department, they don't really care about the graphs. They like numbers more. So I had to translate those graphs to numbers. Now everyone was happy, and we got the public's opinion, we got the public support, and we got the funding needed, and everything was nice. So they told me, okay, you're going to need a team. Assemble a team of engineers. I assembled a team of engineers. Some of them are here today. Thank you for coming. I did not invite you, though. I have no idea. But it's fine. Okay, so I assembled a team. Most of them are females. So I was giving them basic introductions on how to use the circuit board, how to use the sensors, basic introductory stuff, so that we could go and display and showcase our skills of demosats, and we can convince higher ups and the College of Engineering to fund our program, because you're not going to ask someone for like $1 million dirham unless you're pretty convincing. So that's why I had to make it mostly females. And, yes, they're better at teamwork. They're better at teamwork and convincing. So they got ready. We presented our idea to the chairman of the university and His Highness Sheikh Saeed bin Abdullah Al-Qasimi, which is the spokesperson of Sheikh Sultan, the president of Sharjah. Here, as you can see, the demosats. We were printing a demosat. So we were just showing the technology of what we are capable of. We were capable of printing demosats without buying them from outside. So we were telling them, if we were able to manufacture our first CubeSat, why don't we build a second one? We already have labs and we can start selling our ideas. They really liked it. Going back to school, I will never forget the favor that the school, the environment, the culture, the incubation of my talents came from Sharjah American International School. So I decided to pay my passion back. So I got the CubeSat with me to the school. First time in ages I walked. No one graduates and then goes back to school. I'm the complete opposite. I went back to school with a demosat. I told the physics professor, I need 2 of your best students. And he gave me those 2. This guy was interested, this guy was me. Okay. But no, he's right. He's right though. So I give them a demo. This is satellites when they go into low Earth orbit. It's fun because you need to implement STEM education in high schools. I was given the opportunity to learn. Why don't I give it to others? I was once in their seat, and I wish that someone gave me an opportunity. Someone sat with me and told me, "You're going to need this later in your life." So I decided to pay the school back. They did not pay me back. They gave me a certificate. So 2 days later, I get a call from the professor of physics, which is the head of the science department. He told me, "Hey, we like your idea. Teach a classroom full." So I had to repeat everything. It was 6 hours. Yeah, it was a 6-hour lecture to high school students who know nothing about space technology, going from A to Z. How to get things into space. Discussing the physics aspect of it, the monetary aspect of it, etc. So yeah, in conclusion, I believe that we should integrate STEM education and robotics and making everything practical into the classroom. Because if it's not practical, the students are not gonna get involved. And when you're not involved, you will forget things. So I believe that it's highly required by the job market to put STEM education into your curriculum, not as an extracurriculum. It should be as a part of the curriculum. Make it a lecture, STEM education. You can figure out the passion of everyone. He's interested in sciences, technology, engineering. You gather passions. The second point is that I graduated high school. My friend graduated high school. I'm going to graduate as a mechanical engineer. He's going to graduate as a mechanical engineer. What's the difference? You're not going to find the difference. But what's extra? This is what makes the difference. When I applied for an internship, I'm third year mechanical engineering, so we have to do a summer internship. I applied for Tesla Motors in UAE. They opened recently, about a month ago. Everyone knows Tesla Motors, of course. So they told me, okay, great, your grades are good, high school is good. So what did you do in your summertime? I did not mention anything about my robotics activities. I just mentioned, what I finished curricularly. They said, okay, what did you do in your summertime? I told them I was working on robotics project. They were like, oh, great, you know robotics? So we went into the discussion of robotics and automation. And yes, this summer I'm going to work for Tesla Motors Company in Dubai in the automation department. My next advice would be is that engage in activities that you like. Engage in activities that you feel that you can grow in. Figure out your passion. Don't graduate from high school and become a doctor because your parents told you so, or an engineer because of someone told you to become an engineer. It's a high-ranking position or whatsoever. Trust me, if you do that, you're going to drop out from the first 2 semesters. So find out what you love, and pursue it. You're never going to get bored in a day. Education won't give you a part of it until you give it all of you. If you really need to learn something, go for it. Go for it at full throttle. Don't stop. That's when you get a part of it. You're not going to get all of it, but that's how you get a part of it. My last advice would be, it's not an advice. I have no special talents. I'm just passionately curious. Thank you and have a good night.